disgusting what was done. But sadly, he's not the only one in this country that has the same opinions, JT?
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, he's got a bit of a following, and obviously and I'll give him that much. He's got the balls to say what he thinks. But for me, mate, it's just a publicity stunt for his.
I agree.
For his following, for his cult, whatever you want to call it. I just don't like the guy and what he represents. You know, I'm like you, Keith. I'm probably the second most religious person in this room. There's only two of us here. So, look, I don't particularly get too concerned about what they do, except for stuff like this. He's trying to, for mine, he's trampling on the dead to put his name further in lights, and I just think he can, go and jump.
Yeah, I agree. Disgusting what happened in that marae there, Reno. Just absolutely disgusting and just saddening. I mean, obviously it's got to be heartbreaking to see something like that happen, bro?
Oh, yeah. Especially when the Marais had a makeover as well, and so much fun's gone back into updating their wharekai and everything like this. One of the old marae here in Hauraki, and to hear this, when we heard about the story unfold, the damaging of the kaumata photos and everything inside, and they says, they blame so-and-so, another race, a white race, da-da-da. And then some old queer says, there was tagging there, boy. Those bloody Marys. They did it. It cracked me up. So how the hell did you change that from one to another? As soon as you mentioned the word tagging, it was a whole heck of but anyone who's doing that stuff, it's just horrible, mate. And to hear what you were talking about as well, Keith, Yeah. Man, crazy. It's just... Horangi, bro.
I agree. Thank goodness for Egg Boy, though, Ra?
Oh, bro, I'll tell you, all those, what the boys talked about, the people who instigated and done it, they all deserve an egg on the head, I think. We might have to change, put the boot into egg on the head instead, Keithy.
There is a school of thought that he's a love child of Jake Hickey.
Now, I got to say, I really have appreciated what Egg Boy has done. I mean, there are just some Aussie kids, I guess, over there that, I don't know, it just is incredible. I mean, because not only did people got together a GoFundMe page for him to raise funds for him, JT, and what he's going to do is he's going to donate all that money raised to the victims of Christchurch, which is just awesome. Just unreal to hear a kid like 17 years old not only egging a senator, but also being, kind and giving that money. It's almost unheard of. I never thought they had kids like that in Aussie.
No, he's definitely one out of the box.
Case out of court too or something?
No, they're probably. But I don't think they're even going to charge him.
Yeah, no, he got the charges got dismissed. So what happened was there was a group of people outside the building where the senator was holding his kaka talk.
Yeah.
And because they were mouthing off as everyone was walking in, they wouldn't let these protesters in. So he snuck around and somehow got in there. Right. So he was a member of this group, or part of that group, and he did his deed. And big ups to the young fellow, and he donated the money from the GoFundMe page to the victims. So he's worth his weight in gold. And the senator, the story with him is he was part of One Nation, and one of their senators moved along, so they had to put him the next online on the list, and which was him. He only got 19 votes, and once he got in the Senate, he left One Nation and became an independent.
Right.
So that's why he's trying to boost his profile, which credit to him, he's done, but he's just gone about it the wrong way. So I don't think he'll be in the next election.
No, right. Excellent. Anyway, gentlemen, look, I want to thank you guys once again for joining us here on Full-Time. Another great weekend indeed. Ra, I just want to thank you once again for joining us. Look forward to catching up with you on Wednesday.
Yeah, Kitty, and let's hope that our teams show a bit more fortune in the up-and-coming games. Go the Warriors.
And Reno, I know it's going to be a bit of a hard weekend for you, having to clean up your marae and everything, but just hopefully you're in for a good weekend yourself, eh?
Yeah, busy weekend, mate. Got all the whānau unveiling on today. Got a MCA Indian celebration tonight. But yeah, big weekend. Sports tomorrow as well. But always good to be on the show, boys, and catch up on a Saturday morning. Good to hear JT back in the studio, and hopefully we'll catch up sometime soon, JT, and just another excellent show.
And JT, it's been wonderful having you once again, coming back into the studio and, having a good old chinwag with you once again. And just hope you enjoy your quick visit back home and just have a good one, man.
Yeah, absolutely, Keith. I mean, we spoke off here about it. I don't have to go to Wellington now, so I can stay here till probably Friday, maybe Saturday at the latest, before heading home back to Australia. So absolutely beautiful to be here. Love Gisborne, love the East Coast, and thanks for having me.
Turanga FM.